Yo, it's your boy Antonio, your host for one of the hottest up and coming shows, White Noises. Tonight I have with me Peso, Capone, and family. Introduce who you got with us, bro.
Mob, this is Big President, you know what I'm saying? I got my boy Peasy with me, I got my straight ball with me. I got my boys in the back, you feel me? Real federal back there.
Yes, sir.
Don't say too much.
Yes, sir.
Don't say too much. Yeah.
So tonight we're gonna get into his catalog. He is 3 albums in. We're gonna get into each and every one and pick apart the ins and outs of how he came up with this music. For those who don't know, just like I'm about to find out, how did he get started? The man stepped in the game with no misses. Every album has showed nothing but growth, song after song. And even though a title of an album called Slum Love, gutter, hard, but most definitely, he got things in there for the ladies too. So don't even sleep on him. We're gonna get into a live, we're gonna get into a live performance right afterwards. So stay tuned. Like a lot of y'all might be curious. Why is he always screaming mop? He don't look like a janitor or look like he wanna have a future in custodial business at all. So why is he always screaming mop? I don't see him carrying no sticks that come with Lysol at all. So we gonna find out tonight why he do so.
No Lysol, but he still need to clean up on all six, brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So to step in with the first question of the interview, we're gonna get into where did you get started with music?
Here, San Antonio, Texas. In the city. I started here, grew up here, ain't left this motherfucker. I mean, I left this motherfucker, but I ain't like left permanently. So everything you hear is coming from here, in the city. This shit, like, if you from here, you know where this city goes. You know, like, I'm out here just like every other guy.
But so musically coming in, like how sound of an artist you are, and you are unsigned, so the sound that you have and the quality of music that you put out from your very first album, did that come up in your household? Like,
Nah. I ain't got no musicians in the household or nothing. If you ask my mama, she swear to God she played the piano, I guess. But shit, nah, I picked up on music. I always liked music and shit. I always liked like rap music, you know what I'm saying? But picked it up probably like high school, just always freestyling and shit. My creativity though, I just got that like when I in my 20s, like making my own type of song, you feel me, making my own sound. That shit just came from being in the crib. Like sometimes you isolate yourself with some headphones on, you wanna be great. I turn the fuck up.
yeah. So mostly it just started from you, Jed.
Yeah, this shit like some, not to sound like I don't know, you know what I'm saying, no cocky shit, but this shit some on the inside type shit. It's just one man beat, like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was on YouTube and made this shit crack.
Yeah.
So I met one of my niggas from high school, then we went up, but shit, before that nigga was this one man band type shit.
Yeah.
No bullshit. I played the drum in this bitch.
So with the quality of the music that you're putting out right now, was there ever a time when you felt like you were not up to this part, like in your craft, like at this level?
Like confidence wise?
Right, cause like, for example, coming in with your first album being Slum Love.
Yeah.
So listening to that, like you already got that raw authenticity and it's coming out confident in your music. Is that something like you just always did?
Nah, cause in all honesty, Slum Love was my nervous tape. That was the one where I was around niggas. I didn't know I was recording music like in an environment where like I'm going around like 10 different niggas that I don't know. And I'm like bringing my story around this motherfucker up, you know what I'm saying? So like, of course niggas is standing line with it, but like, when I got around niggas, I was nervous, you feel me? I didn't know if niggas was gonna fuck with it or not until niggas started fucking with it. And then once the niggas around me started fucking with it, then like, the picture just came together. My nervous tape was Slum Love, bro. Like that was the tape. I was around people I didn't really know. So like my music it was already there. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics and shit was already there. But just in general, that was the one where I wasn't comfortable with like higher octaves. I guess harmonizing and shit in front of people, so you'll hear like more of me like sounding like this instead of like the higher octave giving you a real song or giving you a real vibe. Even though niggas are telling me to this day that hoe full of bangers, but if you ask me, the shit I'm making now, it sound better. I wish the music that I made then, I wish Slum Love would sound like this shit.
Yeah.
Like I wish it could
so more that raw.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like
it would have picked, like it took the city by sweep, but it would have picked up like more. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker would have traveled for real. So it didn't really like I look at everything like lessons. If I ain't won, it's all the lessons. So like it's not an L. But me genuinely, I know like nigga, if you would have been on point, you would have been further on with the shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like,
so you hear that a lot with artists. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you hear that a lot with artists coming out with their first tape. Like they always kind of wish they could go back because your first drop is on your time, and when you want to, when nobody's expecting it. So
that's when you wish you was at your prime with it, or you wish you knew you found that potential.
Right.
But shit, it's just all about the tapping point. That's the beauty of it. Like,
so I got some of my favorites on the tape. I'm gonna name 3 of my favorites that I like, and really where it's coming from. Not that anyone feel more important to me than the other, but it's just the diversity of it too. Because at the end of the day, it ain't just the thugs. I'm gonna tell you that now. This for women too. So one of my favorites is gonna be Macho Randy. And why I say that is because I can play this when I'm in the whip with my girl. You know what I mean? We ride around, she don't mind. Cause he talking that slick shit. And another one's gonna be Slum Love, cause that one sound like more of like you speaking of your upbringing, your neighborhood, your surroundings. You painted that picture now. And then the first one, of course, Vitamin D. Yeah. And I feel like you might have known that, and maybe that's why you picked it first. You let me know.
That was my shit.
Yeah.
That was my shit. But Vitamin D, Macho Randy Savage was cool. That was really, that song, bro, ain't nothing too special to it. Like, I did a hook, and I did a verse, and then I just copy and pasted that hook again. You feel me? It sounded different, because like the effects and shit, but like, we just did the same thing. It was crazy. We was in the spot like thugging that hoe. I thought it was a throwaway. I thought Macho Randy was gonna be a throwaway. But nigga was like, nah, put that hoe on there. We was in the studio like loving that hoe. But Vitamin D was #1 because it came in groovy. It was a Vino beat. It was like it just came in. It just came in the first song. Like if it don't come in like this, how it's gonna come in with other songs? Like you know what I'm saying? That was the one. I knew that was the first one. I had to put that motherfucker on there.
So around that time in 2018 when the next tape dropped, and that was gonna be Vino Capone. So a couple years before that, we always saw producers jumping in and mixing with the artists. So we saw it with Metro Boom and all them. So they was hopping with the artists and like, we gonna run this whole tape through.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a trend that y'all was following, or you linked up with him?
I knew that nigga. I went to school with that nigga. We grew up together. That's my partner. Like before, like 2-3 years ago, when I wasn't doing music, like we wasn't talking about music. If I hit that nigga, I wasn't talking about no music. Like, we laughing and shit, like we kicking it and shit. So like, but it was crazy because niggas could see the Metro and Future. They could see that type of play. So like, it was cool that niggas was embracing it like that. But nah, that's my nigga. Like.
It's a real solid relationship. That was musically based relationship.
Like his folks know my folks and shit. Like it's deep. That's why I say like it's from the city. Like it ain't no. I reached out to a nigga and none of that weirdo shit. That's industry shit. Like nah, I know this nigga, and we make that shit happen. What we had out here. You know what I'm saying? No utensils, no help. That's what we did. On some in-house shit. So like that's what make this shit. That's what make this shit what it is. That's what makes Slum Love what Slum Love.
Right. So knowing that you are still unsigned right now, which to me that is crazy. I even had to ask you like, damn, are you signed or what's the the process of me being able to put some music in the video to shoot, being unsigned, but you dropped them 2 bangers, like them 18 song, 20 song deep albums. Did they gain any traction for you?
Yeah, I definitely made some cool relationships with people, but I'm not good at I'm learning like how to conduct myself in an industry manner, because I'm ratchet. Like, I walk in HEB cussing and shit. My girl be telling me like, you can't talk like that. Woo, woo. I'm like, what? That's just me. So like, but just in general, I can't fake it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So everything is like a learning experience. A nigga really gotta go back to school and learn how to talk to people. Cause people, I wear it on me. If you can tell I don't fuck with you. You can tell like, oh yeah, you can tell me, woo, 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 oh, I love your music, this, that, and the third, but you don't know what it means. Like, you don't know what slum love means for real. You don't understand what I'm talking about. It's a dollar sign. And that's my biggest problem. I look for so much like organicness, I be forgetting about the money. And that's what got me where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? So any advice to other people, like, it's an industry, at the end of the day, it's a business. You gotta know how to conduct yourself. Like, if you can't do that, you can't float.
So you rapping, how long have you been in the industry? Like rapping, like not the industry, because you're not in the industry,
right.
you're still independent.
Put music out 2 years.
2 years in, which is crazy to me.
I put something out in 2015, but it was a SoundCloud tape. I wasn't doing nothing, but the music was so ahead of its time. I bullshit you not. Them hits were some of the biggest hits probably.
That's something you feel like you can drop it today.
I can drop it today and it'll still be fire, it'll be ready.
Okay.
No bullshit.
So while we're on the topic of like growth in like your career, like in the future, I know before we even get on that tape, just looking ahead, in the future, do you see yourself being signed or wanting that check? And if you do, or if you are looking for that check, what are some ideas, and I'm gonna give you an example afterwards, of some things you're looking to do with that, with the finances that you're gonna have coming behind you? Like, are you looking to bring your team on and you sit to the side almost like you see artists doing that now? Or more so, you still being in full effect, but I got the game with it?
No, I don't want the full effect play. I don't want the full effect. I really don't like, I'm one of them niggas like, when it comes to the industry and shit, my niggas is more important just because like, I'm not fond of this shit, and these niggas always tell me to do it. But I know how to do it, so I can teach niggas how to do it. And if my shit gonna blow regardless, you feel me, the shit next to me gotta blow. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to be on point, on level with you or better than you.
Okay.
So you can fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be the only nigga eating and then you fall off, because everybody else fucked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta be on point. So no, my vision, like, with this music shit ain't really so much for a check. I'm gonna go wherever reality takes me. You know what I'm saying? But if this shit is so called to happen, everybody who got it with them we gonna put it together. Like, that's just what it is. We're gonna put it together. That's why you always hear me screaming mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this shit means.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is deep like that. It's bigger than music. It ain't no saying and shit. These niggas make that shit. That ain't even my shit. My shit is Little Mexico. You feel me? I'm older than niggas, so like the lingo that I got is a little different from the younger generation. They pick it up. Niggas said mop. I said shit, nigga. I'm fucking with that. You running around mop. What? That's what we doing.
So all right. I'm from Alabama, and you gonna let me know. Me, when I hear mop, that just sounds like somebody about to mollywop and slap the fuck out your ass.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that where that comes from?
Hey, no, it's crazy because in the city I see them get beat up and they say, man, you got mopped. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got mopped. Nigga, mop your ass. You feel me? Wipe the floor with your ass. Like, shit, man.
Yeah. But see, coming up in the music you hear, I would have, being from out of town, I would have took that as being your neighborhood or the part of town or whatever you affiliate with. That's not what that is.
At the end of the day, though, the end all be all is like Little Mexico. So like, it's supported where we from, and we from like shit Mexican made this city, like full of Mexicans, like they loyal. You know what I'm saying? We get the same love, like everybody in minority. If you're not, you know what I'm saying, the big dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit.
Oh, you talking about even on like a financial status?
You know what I'm saying? We pushing all that to the limits. You know what I'm saying? Like we pushing mop, we pushing Little Mexico. It's 2-0. Like my mama taught me that shit when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Little Mexico. We in Little Mexico because there's nothing but Mexicans here. Like, you go to the Spurs game, it's overpopulated with Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say overpopulated in a bad way, but that's how deep we come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with just in the city in general. You go to an event, Mexicans showing up. Taste of New Orleans, they there. Like, we there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a genuine love to show the support to the Mexicans. They trying to give me the boot and shit. We ain't going for none of that shit.
Yeah.
We going for none of that shit.
And not to name drop in your interview, but we seeing that more often with other cities in Texas doing that, like Sauce Walker bringing on Peso, and stuff like that. And even though there are people that look like you behind the camera, you don't see it, but you on stage right now with
facts. And that's just pushing the you gotta remember, like, it's a music industry and it's money around this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, and niggas ain't the only one rapping. You know what I'm saying? There's white folks rapping too, but don't nobody wanna feed their essays. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, but it is crazy because they just like us. It's two different roles. You know what I'm saying? On Thanksgiving they make enchiladas, and on Thanksgiving we make turkey and shit. But nigga, it's the same get together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same.
It's a part of the culture.
We outside, nigga. You got the uncles and cousins in the front smoking gas. You feel me? They drinking beer. We drinking Henny. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's like empower your people. You know what I'm saying? Turn everybody up.
Yeah.
I ain't turning up nothing that ain't fucking with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
so it don't got nothing to do with color. Like loyalty is what it is.
If it's brown, I'm gonna keep it around on the G.
Yeah.
If it's brown, I'm gonna keep it around.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. That makes sense. So, looking at not changing your image, but if anybody goes back and looks at any of your videos on YouTube, you see what it is. Staked up, we out here.
I gotta cut that shit out.
And moving forward with that, like in the future, do you see yourself making more tapes and visuals groovy for the women?
Yeah, hell yeah. I gotta change it up now. Cause the power of the tongue is crazy. It's crazy, bro. And you see a lot of like people talk themselves into their situations and shit. And like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta like really like try to change it up. That's like lately on a personal level, I've been having like writer's block lately, you know what I'm saying? Cause I can't sit down and like think past, you know what I'm saying, the ugly. So like that shit make it tough. But yeah, definitely, you know what I'm saying, changing my shit up so more women can get involved. More women, kids, parents, you know what I'm saying? I just need to be more PG-13 friendly.
Right.
That gun shit cool because we living like that, but niggas is catching cases and not coming back.
Right. So with the last 2 weeks, Texas has been on fire, rap-wise, media-wise. Has that played any part in how you conduct business within your personal life? Like,
What
who
you
you
mean,
keep around?
As far as like what's going on as in?
With the shootings and just the back and forth that we see blatantly, because with social media, you don't have to wait around and hear about it through a song.
Yeah.
You see it live and in person.
That's what's really fucking it up too, though. That's fucking up the culture too, because like, that's proving the point. Like the agenda, it fits us, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking up the point. I ain't trying to be no civil rights, you know what I'm saying, leader or nothing, but at the end of the day, that shit just letting it be known. Like, you put enough niggas on this platform right here, let them crash and burn. But social media, it don't help us. But like, the way I move is so discreet anyway, hopefully people take notes. I know my niggas take notes, that's why we still here. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully niggas take more notes and like just move different. Like, move accordingly to who you want, to how you hold yourself. That's how you avoid all that shit. All that other weird shit, niggas getting shot and getting recorded and shit being
cool about that.
Humiliated. Ain't nothing cool about that. Y'all heard what Nip said, ain't shit cool about that, bro.
Yeah.
At all. That shit. Cause the same nigga with the camera gonna be the same nigga fucked up. Like, in general, even if Buddy not fucked up, it's the same nigga. If it happened to you and you turning around looking at your surroundings and shit and there ain't no real love there, you gonna be fucked up out there. It's gonna fuck up how you feel, it's gonna fuck up who you hang with, and it's gonna fuck you up as a person. So like, niggas with them cameras, bro, what camera I'm looking at this? Niggas with the cameras, cut that camera shit out, brother. Cut that camera shit out. You crucifying a nigga that ain't dead. That shit gay.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And just to touch on, just to clarify, like when you're saying crucifying that's not dead, or
crucifying that's not dead, meaning like if a nigga is still breathing and needing help, and you willing to record and embarrass everything, you know, a man, everything about a man is here. You feel me? Chin up. That's why I say put your chin up when nigga talking to you, because this is what I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you put this on camera in a humiliated moment, or a moment where you need love, you need help, getting shot at and shit cool, you feel me? I got homies who been shot, wish I could be there, you feel me? I done got that call at 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That shit gay like, that camera shit gay like. Cause you crucifying nigga when he dead, he need help. Nigga ain't dying, nigga ain't bleeding out, none of that shit. I done seen video, they had a video of the dude in Chicago, duck, he was bleeding out, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't help him. Not cool, still ain't cool to have the camera out, but like, you can't help a nigga like that. I guess at that point you can say you raising awareness, but just having your camera out for a nigga who just shot you, trying to get a reaction, see what kind of reaction he gonna have, if he a hoe or not. That shit, cause nigga, you perpetrate, you a hoe too. You might as well be the same shit.
Yeah.
That shit weird. So that social media just in general fuck up a lot of gangster shit. You fuck up a lot of gangster shit.
Yeah. So moving into your next album, but I had a question I'm curious about, because I'm a huge fan. I follow you on Apple, and I was wondering, why was there a gap from 2018? You dropped 2 tapes, 2019 no tape, 2020 tape.
That was part of my growth. That was part of me like learning how to balance music and shit. 2019, that's when I stopped liking the industry, like the shows and shit, like the relationships. Like you see me like I'm blunt about everything. I'm an open book. I don't hide nothing from nobody. I'm an open book. So like when you meet me, my flaws come with me, and I don't see that same vibe in other people. And like I try to fake shake it and make it through and but it'll always go left. So like 2019 was my year of just like separation from all that. I just wanted to be like around my niggas. I had a lot of shit going on in 2018. Like that's why I said another thing, the power of the tongue. Like I said some shit about one of my homies in my song, and I was hoping my homie ain't catch a case. And then now, to this day, right now, from 2019 to this day, my homie still, you know what I'm saying, in ankle jewelry. Like so, the power of your tongue, it genuinely make you step back and go be around your partners. And really just for myself, like, cause I wasn't ready to embrace that, and they wasn't ready to embrace me.
Okay.
So just industry wise, I put out a tape on Christmas in 2019, a SoundCloud tape, a free tape, just for the people who do listen to me. And that kind of narrowed my numbers down, cause like you can look at them now and see I'm giving the same numbers as I was in 2018. Like my music now, first month numbers is still the same, but it's a smaller crowd.
Right.
So that's how I know like what's meant to be is gonna come in my direction. But
right.
2019 was my year to just like be around me.
And one last question before we move into the album. Is there anything that not affected, but changed your mindset that made you more so conscious of how you are putting this into the world, into the universe?
Yeah, kids, my girl's father had told me something, and he spoke to me, like he had a real talk to me, cause like he one of them people, he can see when something's on you and bothering you and shit, so he had a real talk to me. And other than my grandma, my mama always tell me like just try to clean your music up and shit, like that type of stuff. That's what I would like say is the type of shit that like made me change my direction, and like not so much my direction, but just change like what I say and how I say it, go about shit different. I can still get through to people without, you know what I'm saying, bitch being the second and third word in every line, you know what I'm saying? So I just gotta learn how to be the voice for people without being the.
That's powerful. That's a big way, like, you know for real.
I don't want to be part of the fuck up around the world, even though I know I'm gonna contribute that way anyway. Cause the music is gonna automatically make people want to be infatuated with a life that they don't live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm aware of that, so it is not good.
That's good. So walking into the 2020 album, which is, I'll play that about once a week, and I'm talking about track for track. You don't have to skip nothing on there.
Appreciate that.
Although you got some keys on there that I will go to as well.
Yeah.
Where did the title of that come from?
Mob.
Mob.
Oh God. Mob.
And the name of the album is Monopoly.
Monopoly language. You wouldn't understand if you're not around it.
Hold on, say that one more time.
You would not understand if you're not around it. Like, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
There's so much lingo in that tape. It really ain't nothing but lingo. Like, it ain't nothing but lingo. It's all about the Monopoly language.
And that's gonna walk me right into the first question, off the rip. Talk to a sleep.
Yeah.
To me, I really had to listen to it 4 or 5 times because that took me back. It depends on what you're doing when you're listening to it. When I heard it the first time, it took me to my little cousin that passed away at a very young age, and that affected me like to this day. So that's more so like, cause I still have mental conversations with him as well.
Yeah.
So I thought he was no longer with us.
Right.
That's not the case.
No. My partner here, I appreciate and I show love to all my niggas while they here. Like, I talk about my niggas, I name drop my niggas while they breathing. Like, a couple niggas I wasn't rapping when they passed away. So unfortunately, some of them niggas' names is, you know what I'm saying their names and, you know what I'm saying, remembrance. But the other niggas, they with me.
Yeah, so now you're giving them flowers up front.
They getting flowers up front every time. That's just how it gotta go, bro. Mad at my nigga or not, like, that's just what it is. 2020, one of them years, you look at that motherfucker like, this bitch crazy. You gotta love your dog. You gotta love your dog. That was just a song like, really just on the spot in the moment. We was getting money and shit. We was getting money. We was going through a lot of shit just within the shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, trying to stay focused and trying to stay on money within all that shit. That shit crazy.
So coming in with that album, I know that's your personal life, like track for track, because even when you talk about women in your song and you ain't making no booty shake type music, you ain't twerking in your music, but when you talking about women, you speaking about almost somebody specifically. You can hear from the first take to the third take, and you hear more so like that same energy of how you feel about things, more so like love me in public.
Right. Love me in public. That's another one. That go back to like me telling you how I'm always myself and ratchet, like I go in public and I talk crazy. Like that line, like how deep it was, the situation wasn't that deep.
Okay.
The situation for me to say that line wasn't that deep. But that line is real though. Because people go through that shit where they really don't get no love, like in public. They be with their girl, they don't get no love. I told my girl she was tripping on me because I'm in the HEB and shit, like I'm talking loud, I'm popping my shit. Man, she like, woo, woo, woo. You just like, I be so embarrassed, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, you better learn how to love me in public, like, that's me.
Love me for you.
You know what I'm saying? Love me for me. Not like she don't, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that line wasn't as deep, but like, yeah, for real, that shit, it's a real thing because niggas really feel like that. Niggas really be with somebody and they feel like they're a distant lover in the same room with that person. You know, and when you leave the house with that person, you don't love none of that shit, it'd be weird. So it's niggas that really go through that shit. I just try to make my music for everybody. Yeah. It be shit that I go through. It might not, some shit might not be big, some shit might be big, but that's just making me, all that shit just come together.
Yeah. So, living in the city of San Antonio, and it's not always notarized in Texas music culture, but it hits out here. It's diamond in the rough right here, just like yourself. Looking towards the future, do you see San Antonio ever becoming a music staple, like on a big level, like a Houston or Atlanta, but also including, is the love here? Is the push from the people in this city behind it?
The love not here, but shit, it's niggas in this hole that can blow up. For sure, but the love just in general, like, you ain't gonna see, cause a lot of niggas is from here, so a lot of niggas is like, flexed up with each other, and niggas is rapping and shit. So niggas ain't gonna be like, niggas just ain't gonna be fucking with each other for real. But if enough niggas come from there and come out here, like come where it's busting it, and they come out here, you can pick and choose, like, then you can really look and see who got what and who got what's going on. So like, that's when niggas can really come out here and try to pick up some niggas from the city. But in general, is we helping each other? Hell no. Hell no, we could. It's simple, but we not doing it.
And that's more of a community-based thing?
Yeah, that's just San Antonio in general. Like, not to say niggas is hating, but niggas just want their team right. Niggas want their team right, and it's real beef going on with other niggas and shit. So like, niggas picking their side. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out here, you're not gonna see too much. Like, oh no, he good at rap. We want him to make it. Like, nah, niggas picking their side and they standing on their side. Like, that's what niggas do. That's the great part about San Antonio though. When it do blow up out here, niggas can't come out here and try to infiltrate. Like, nigga, you can't play both sides. Like, you gotta pick a side. You know what I'm saying? So that keep all the fuck shit out the seat.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay. So on this last tape, you really only got 3 features, but with the same individual. But you really don't do
on one of them songs, not to cut you off, but one of them songs, my partner fucked up, my engineer. I ain't gonna put bro out because I ain't gonna say his name, but if you know me, you know who my engineer is. Bro fucked it up. Bro put Young Woo twice. That's my nigga. Okay. Young Woo is in Cali. The nigga that was on the first song though, Loaded Stick. Mm-hmm. That's my nigga Bob. That's my brother just pulled up. Okay. So that's his shit. And then so it's 3 features, 3 different people. It's Young Woo, it's PBK Dollar, and then it's EXO, Free Joe. Okay. Real shit. So like, and all 3 of them niggas are pretty much in my camp. Like,
but feature wise, do you see yourself working with, besides people that you coming up with, do you see yourself working with other people in the city or anybody that you see yourself working with, and not limited to the city? Like, what's some big names out there that you want to speak into existence that you'll work with?
Shit. I fuck with Cap outside the city. Niggas in the city though, Hoodlum. That's one of the niggas that I don't really like be around on a daily basis. Yeah. I don't really know. He tapped in with me a couple times though.
But even though you're from San Antonio, you don't know him personally.
Yeah, I don't know him personally.
But he doing some things.
Facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. So I fuck with bro. Bro movement cool. Like, he got organic like following and people that follow him. Like, if he go do something big for the city, like they don't just show up to music videos. Yeah. Like, if he doing a food drive, they show up to his food drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of organicness, that's the shit I like to be around. Yeah. So I definitely want to fuck with Hoodlum. And see, it's a lot of niggas in the city. Yeah.
I don't want to put it on your head and make you really think about it, because it's a big city.
Yeah, facts, it's a big city. So if I don't want to just stop at Hoodlum because I don't know Hoodlum.
But that's just one of the
people. That's one of the niggas. Yeah. Shit. I done did songs with a few niggas out here. Trust. Russian Red on the post. That's my cousin. I need to do something with him. We ain't got to lock in on no work, but there's a lot. It's too many y'all niggas, bro.
Yeah.
It's too many.
But it's something out there. It's just
it's definitely some niggas I fuck with.
Yeah, and that's why I asked the question, because you're a very business oriented type person. Like, you know what I mean? I really couldn't get no feedback if it wasn't about no business. So really what the question was to ask was, you're not limited to just working with
No. I definitely like fuck with shit. I fuck with people. I'm a genuine person. If it ain't no smoke in the air, I'm gonna fuck with it. But like, other than that, I'm a real like private person too. I don't just fuck with anybody. I don't just pull up just to kick it and shit. I don't like doing shit like that. Yeah.
But I saw on your Instagram, man, you might be looking into doing it like going around feeding the homeless.
Yeah, that's some shit I'm definitely trying to put together. I was trying to, when I posted that, I just wanted to get like a head count, because I know it's people that fuck with me that I can't reach out to, like just on some like, I got your number, I can call you. And some people like will feel the way, because I'm trying to do it behind the scenes, like niggas ain't on their phones and they ain't got their, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to go do some shit and like make it a thing that we do often. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want it just to be a holiday thing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be a thing where, because nigga, I see niggas do it with a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money. And seeing that make me anxious to want to do it. So I just be like, bro, I just got to do it in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I got the right support around me. Every time I post something, my gang tap in. And then, you know what I'm saying? People on the outside, it be rappers in the city like, that nigga Skip, the boss, he tap in with me to do it. Bob tap in with me to do it. Like, it's a lot of niggas outside my camp that's really in my camp. They like, You know what I'm saying? If you caught that, that's really in my camp. That link up with a nigga like,
Right.
and they be on that with me. So like, I'll never be alone when I'm trying to do something for people. So it don't be hard to do it.
Okay.
So yeah, that shit definitely feeding the homeless. Another thing when I get rich, children's hospitals and shit, dog hospitals and shit. I'm a soft nigga on the other side of the shit.
Yeah.
Like dogs and shit.
Yeah.
Dogs and shit. What? I started tripping, bro. I started tripping. Animal cruelty videos and shit. I be tweaking, bitch. I be punching my phone and shit. What? I be trying to find niggas at names and shit. Who posted this shit?
Yeah.
I don't like this shit, bro. I don't like that shit. I be tweaking, bro. I be in the middle of the hot box session, get quiet, watching the dog video.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah, so just to not wrap it up, but before we come to a conclusion,
Right.
your music is grimy, but it's like Slum Love, like you show love.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I do is off the love. If I did something to harm somebody, it was from the heart. If I did something like to make somebody happy, it was from the heart. Not because I feel like I had to do it. I do it because I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's every time it's a genuine thing, good or bad. Like that's just what comes with me. It's a genuine thing. That's why I made it what it was, Slum Love. Like it's the slum nigga, but I do it off the love.
Right.
Off the love.
Okay. And running off that love, you got right next to you someone that's in your camp, up and coming rapper. I want you to be able to introduce yourself and let the people know what's going on.
Yeah, it's P, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I just dropped a single. Well, not even a single. I'm about to drop a fucking feature with him on the tape over in January. But January 15th, actually.
Okay.
So that was called Mock Dreams.
You know, look out for that.
We're gonna bring on some hot shit on it. For sure. I got some more features on the way. I got my nigga Bands, PPK Dollar, fucking shit. Oh, my nigga STN Darius.
Yeah,
shit.
facts.
I
Mob.
got that in shit.
So just to be coming out and getting started rapping, you already touching your bases and making sure you got that sound right.
Yeah, cause you know I've been rapping for a while, man, but just like in general, this is my first time like
Making it
actually just
professional.
trying to make a profession out this shit, taking it serious, not joking around, and being on no stupid shit, goofy shit. We trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, real mob shit out here. Like this is monopoly labels, man. This is our lingo. We trying to get money, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see the movement because right next to you got your little brother with you as well. So he gonna really, y'all leading the way. That's real leadership.
Yeah.
And that's hard to find in our culture and hip hop culture. Because you can find one person that can be behind the wrong leadership, and we all going to the dumpster to burn. It look like y'all got that in order.
We're trying to bring everybody up. Like, you gotta turn, you are a reflection of what you walk around with every day. Like they say, birds will flock together, you know what I'm saying? A nigga could say something about one of my homies, and you could automatically damn near build it on me if it sound like him. If it sound like some shit he'll do, it's probably some shit I do. Oh God. So like you got it, like that's just what it is, bro. So we trying to bring it all together. Everybody. Like I say, even my niggas on lock, you know, like I say, free Jody, free EXO, 30 for the motherfucking hole he did. One of my niggas went crazy on my tape, but he another nigga that's young. He'd be here right now if he wasn't in that. You know what I'm saying? But Corleone, all my niggas, like, there's plenty of niggas rapping on this shit. We just
It's almost that time.
yeah, it's almost
like
that time.
around.
It's almost that time. It's looking like the table is turning, and it's looking like niggas' time is starting to be up.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's whatever, bro. It's whatever.
So before we push into the live performance, man, is there anything else that you want to tell the people you feel like they need to know about you?
Nah, man, shit. I'm an open book once you get around me. If you don't get around me, you ain't gonna never get to know me. You just gonna get to know me off of what they say. You know, I don't give a fuck what they say. So, God, I don't give a fuck what they say. People say a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They be the ones sitting at the crib, they got the most to say, they got the most to do. Shit. You know, nah, yeah, we mob. That's what we doing. We doing mob shit. That's what we doing. We green flags, we all that. Blue flags, green flags, red flags, whatever you want to call it. It's very identifiable, brother. For sure.
Okay. That's it. That's the end of the video, man.
I'm ready. Yeah. Now, see, I gotta be kind of leave. I was straight job.
Finally